Welcome. Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded Show. This is your boy 305 Kane in the building.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Before we get started, we need y'all to like, subscribe, hit that comment section, share the videos. Let us know you enjoy what we're doing and you want everybody else to enjoy it too. Make sure you hit, if you come across this video, if you don't do anything else, make sure you hit that like button so our video can get shared throughout the YouTube community and we can grow our channel. Even if you don't hit the subscribe button, at least hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. But tonight's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about Tom Brady getting checked by his wife. DJ Reloaded, talk to me.
Man, it was crazy. I was just listening to the interview on Wednesday on Howard Stern. He was just talking about how, after, the football, season is ended, how he, was neglecting his home duties. And, 2 years ago, his wife wasn't happy with the marriage,
Right.
and how he would, after the football season, start doing his other hobbies, dealing with his other businesses, volunteering OTAs, and not just doing the basic things, taking the kids to school, spending some time with them, making sure your woman have time to invest in her business adventures as well. So, he had to go back and check himself to save his marriage, to make his woman happy. I applaud the GOAT for that. Only the GOAT, understand, being a man, it don't mean you have to be hard all the time. You can lessen yourself for your significant other. I mean, women have dreams and goals and see themselves doing things as well as men do. And when I was listening to the interview, first time, Tom Brady, the GOAT, opened up and spoke about a lot of different things, but this is one of those things that stood out to me because I think a lot of men neglect their significant other, with their hobbies, friends, businesses, etc. Because I'm guilty of it myself.
Right. I think a lot of people are guilty of it. I think in the midst of being in a relationship, you kind of forget that the relationship is two lives in one. And you start to, separate the two lives into one. And that's why a lot of relationships end too. And we want to be honest about everything too. That's when a lot of people feel like you're being selfish, you don't have their best interests, y'all don't connect on the same level. That's really because your dreams are standing in the way of you guys' dreams. And I like what Tom Brady said about, well, I like his wife for how she approached the situation, because she could have easily did like a lot of these celebrities or athletes or whoever, famous people with a lot of money, how they get into these situations. And a lot of the time, that is the reason why their relationship don't last, because they so caught up in making sure the family's straight business wise and trying to pursue those dreams that you kind of forget you got a family. So I like how she approached it without, going and getting divorced. And, and I applaud Tom for listening to what she was saying, because a lot of people will miss the message that the person was saying and feel like, you know what, you should just understand. But the person is being understanding. That's why they coming and talking to you. You got to take the opportunity to learn to listen. And I applaud Tom for listening and checking himself, which a lot of people out here don't do, and we need more of that.
Facts. Like I said again, which is crazy is, I keep on telling you about getting that Audible app and getting you some books.
I got it. Sleep. I got
The book, The Way of the Superior Man, actually touches on that. And I was just listening to that chapter today, and it was just basically talking about making changes for your significant other. How if you do something that goes against who you are, the relationship is going to fall apart. and become a disaster, right? When you make certain adjustments for your significant other, that's against who you are as an individual. But if you can take the feedback and make adjustments for your significant other, that doesn't lessen who you are as an individual, because a strong man should be able to take harsh criticism and be able to make adjustments. And if you can't make an adjustment, you have to explain to that individual and give it, and also explain about and talked about giving time back to your significant other when they really want your time, not half of your time. So what Tom Brady
Right.
basically did was he made a life adjustment for his wife and his kids, and it was still, he's still a superior man in his household. That didn't make him a less of an individual. It made him more of a superior individual, being that he was able to make that small adjustment to make his wife happy.
Right. And shout out to the intelligent brothers out there. And shout out to Mr. DJ Reloaded and including myself. We get on here and we may talk and it may look like we don't know what we're talking about, but we do a lot of research, we do a lot of reading besides what the subjects we bring up. And me and DJ Reloaded have deep conversations about a lot of things a lot of times. So when we talking, it's a lot of jewels getting dropped that people need to understand. He just dropped a jewel on the book that people could go and look up for themselves and really help grow themselves, and you got to pay attention to these things. So I
Right.
just wanted to highlight the fact that you brought up that book and you mentioned that book, which I will want you to mention it again, just so people who might want to go and take a look at it, you need to.
Yeah, I mean, again, the book is named "The Way of the Superior Man." Great book, fascinating read. Talks about conquering your fear, not even conquering your fear, being able to embrace your fears.
Mm,
Because a lot of people, it talks about, a lot of people not reaching their true potential because they don't embrace fear that we all have. And a lot of times we run away from it. Also talks about whatever your passion is and whatever you're trying to pursue, put an hour of your day into it, better
right,
yourself. You know what I mean? So the book drops a lot of jewels. And again, I'm not here to tell anybody how to live their life or see life or trying to direct people. I'm just telling people what helped me see life different. And I believe I'm a superior man, and that's why sometimes even I ask my lady, because sometimes we bump heads a lot, and I don't have my woman. She is a lady through and through. When I say this, the book talks about this. Some women are very feminine,
mhm,
saying soft and soft spoken, et cetera, cry when they watch movies. And then you have some women that does portray masculinity. And I think that Tom Brady wife, she stepped to him, wrote him a note, broke it down to him, and he checked himself. And I applaud his wife for being strong and having the courage to speak up rather than feeling like I'm being ran over.
right. And going ahead and signing them papers and getting paid and moving on what they like.
Right.
You know,
So
she
I mean,
needs a solution to try to fix the situation, and it worked out in her favor.
it definitely did, and I'm happy that again they worked it out, which a lot of things can be worked out if you take the time out to understand what's making your woman, um, sad or not happy. And I get it. Some men gonna say women are creature of chaos. I I somewhat believe that too, because I think a lot of women don't understand what make them tick too. But
Mhm.
again, if you do some soul searching as an individual, man or woman, you can figure out what make you tick, and what's really eating at you is either that you're just not happy with this individual, y'all need to go your separate ways, or it can be worked out with adjustments, and both of y'all have to be willing to make adjustments and still be happy with who you are as an individual.
Facts. And I really just regurgitate everything you just said, and I just like I say, I applaud the situation because I like that. I like the fact that it didn't end in turmoil. It was two people realizing that there's a problem, one speaking up on it and one listening and checking themselves and fixing it. So, when you look at that, and if more people would involve themselves in that type of activity and that type of communication, being able to talk to a person, being able to listen, and being able to check yourself. Not that person check you, you check yourself. Being able to check yourself will make a relationship go a long ways. You know what I mean? Like you just spoke about your woman being a little bit, on the masculine side and not in the lady type of way, but in just the attitude, emotional, strong type of manner, which how many other dudes could handle that? You know, you was able to get some information that help you with your situation to realize, you know what, I can deal with this in a different way. You know what I mean? And I don't have to be so, defensive about this because maybe it's like this. Maybe if I attack it this way, it'll help us in the long term. And with you checking yourself, because I check myself. We talk about different. That's why I say we talk about different things all the time, and we didn't came across a point where you check yourself with just life in general.
Right.
So being able to do that it'll make a lot of people more happy and more at ease. A lot of stress and things will go away because you're able to realize that a lot of it is your control.
Right. Right. I mean, like I'm saying, for me, it wasn't it wasn't upsetting or something that it bothers me. Again, I mean the book. I mean, being that again, with the book breakdown, and how I'm looking at Tom Brady and his wife's situation. Sometimes as a man, we have to step back and allow our women. Again, women have dreams, they have ambitions, they have goals. We have to let them, explore those things, do those things, so that it can make the relationship happy. I tell my old lady, go out. I got the girls. You know what I mean? Like I love spending time with my kids, playing Just Dance, and even getting on the DJ controller and doing mixes in front of them and stuff like that. I love doing stuff like that. Like I said again, so if she wants to go out, have some free time, rather than being cooped up in the house with the girls all the time. Right now, it ain't no going out. So those adjustments that we all have to make. Um, but like I said again, it doesn't take much to fix relationships. And if you realize that you're a selfish person, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. You just have to you have to find somebody who's okay with you being selfish.
Facts.
But if you have someone who's not, and they're not willing to, what I'm saying, bend or go with that flow, best thing to do, hell, even the book says, let it go.
Let it go. And with that being said, I think we're gonna end the show right here. But before we end the show, y'all heard what he said, right? He played Just Dance like he know how to dance. Okay, so we need y'all to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. Make sure you share the video, let your friends and family know about it. Hit that comment section. Let us know how you feel. I know we went a little live earlier today and y'all not used to it, so we ain't got nobody in the comment section right now. But when you come across this video and you do rewatch it, get in there in that comment section. Let us know how you feel about it.
Please, I mean that's big. Always let us know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We appreciate all the feedback. It's cool with me, and that's all a part of growth, fam.
Facts. And this been your boy 305 King,
And this your boy DJ Reloaded.
who can't dance. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love.